G'day viewers, I don't know if you can hear me properly, but this week I'm coming to you from not outside the Gabba for a change. I've managed to talk myself inside. So here I am, suffering so you don't have to. This week's build is a car for Jack, a long-term viewer and supporter. He asked me if I could build him a car, a Lions themed car, months ago, and by chance I finished it. And this weekend I found myself in the corporate hospitality of the Lions. So thank you to Deb and Reedy. Thank you Kathy and Stuart. Again, always keeping me in the finer things in life. I really appreciate it. So let's get crack-a-lackin' and see what I built.
Before I start, I'd like to acknowledge the fortunate owner of the land that we gather on today, Tamar and Captain Elements Park and President and Bird.
So it was a great game. We had a lovely afternoon. Unfortunately, the Lions couldn't quite get over them in the end. That's okay. Our host Deb was happy, weren't you, Deb? Bloody Essendon. Anyway, as always, next weekend, right? So back to Jack's Corvette. Now, before I polish this out, I also filed all the casting marks off just to make it a bit smoother all around. I know some of you have been suffering without the sound effects, and some of you really hate them, but so that might be enough for now. So I've got this Corvette from the premium range. It's really cool casting actually. The whole body comes off. Let you put it back on and stuff. It's got lots of useful bits like the motor and a set of redlined Real Rider tyres that should hopefully fit under Jack's Corvette without having to modify them too much. And I'll keep all the other little spares for the next project. Now the first time I did this car, I painted it white and I put all the decals on. Now I had some plans to add some colour to it, but more about that in a moment. Decided to go for a fade style paint job. I thought, I've never done it before, how hard could it be? The answer turns out really hard, and so began the first time I stripped this car. I resprayed it white, I put some tape on it to mask off for some colour this time, and when I pulled the tape off it peeled half the paint off, so I went in the stripper, I painted it again. This is that occasion, and I'm masking it off. Try and be a little bit less adventurous with my multicoloured paint job. Proper maroon paint, and I'm going to paint some yellow on it as well and some blue, the Lions colours, and it was looking really good. You know where this is going, don't you? I managed to pull the tape off and it wasn't too bad. It needed a little bit of touching up and it still peeled some of the white off, which was excruciating, but I soldiered on. So I touched up the spots where I'd missed the masking it properly and making it look nice and neat. But all those panel lines between, obviously the different panels, there's still a little bit of a white gap, and I thought, I know, I'll put some panel wash in there. That'll be a good idea and it'll just make it look a bit neat all round. Except I hadn't clear coated it yet, and well, you know how this ends up. No. Oh, whoops. Oh, you went a little bit out of the line there, Peter. That's okay. We'll just wipe that off with a little bit of acrylic thinner, right? Wrong. So at this stage I'm looking at it and I'm just like, this looks like crap. Jack deserves better. It's going back in the stripper and we're going to start again. I couldn't. It was annoying me. I'm sorry, Jack. This is why it took so long to get it to you. I painted it 4 times. So I was a lot more careful this time. I got the colours on. I did not put any panel wash in them. I wasn't doing that again. Putting another set of the decals on. And this time I'll put a set of clear coat over it before I try and do anything else. Just colouring a little bit of white where the lion's face overhung the maroon. And I'll just put another decal over the top so you can actually see the all 4 or 5 of them. Refurbished the glass, gave it a good clean and a polish, put the interior in, put the base in. I did that rear license plate white because I thought I might have done a license plate, but it was too small to get one on, I'm afraid. And just like that, we're done. No, hang on, no we're not, because yes, I thought I'll just put a bit of black wash in here and on the front, but because I'd clear coated it, it wasn't the drama it was the first time. So I just did around the headlight lenses and the little intake on the front. Kept it simple, like me. Alright, so here we are back at the start with Jack's Chevy Corvette. Jack's been a long time loyal viewer and supporter of the channel. So when he asked me if I could turn his Corvette into an AFL Lions team themed car, I could hardly refuse him. So this is what we started with. And this is what we're left with now. Ta-da! With its multicoloured paint job. We've got the Brisbane Bears on the doors. A little bit of history for people who don't know. The Brisbane Bears merged with the Fitzroy Lions to become the Brisbane Lions. So a little bit of a tribute to the Bears on the doors. I did completely forget to put the Fitzroy Lion on the roof or something. I've got something wrong with me. Please don't hate me. I think it looks a lot better than it did. The tyres look good. Something different. And thank you so much, Jack, for your support. Thank you, everyone, for your support. And I hope you've enjoyed this build. Thanks for taking the time out of your day to come and watch my video. I really appreciate it. If you've liked what you've seen here, why not check out one of my other videos just to make sure they're not all awful before you consider subscribing and liking and sharing. Leave me a comment. I love to read your comments. I do try and answer all of them eventually. If not straight away, I will reply. Thank you very much again for your support. I will see you all in a fortnight, if not before. Stay safe. Have a great time. Bye.